Before we continue to the video, let me show you what's going to happen. We have this X file. I'm going to double click it and it's going to install the program, create a desktop shortcut, install, and it's a Django project with a browser window using Selenium. And it creates this thing, which you don't need anymore. And you simply can't run this Django project by clicking it. Alright, let's go to the video.
Django and Python, JavaScript, tutorials for Jamie, this is Silva.
What the fuck, HTML?
There's only C.
If you want to follow this post in my blog, so you can copy paste the code, you can go to jamiesilva.com. You have this link in here saying hello world. Scroll down a little bit and there's this bundle of posts saying creating a Django installer. Just click the first link, then you can go to the next by using the related posts. So I'm going to start by creating a Django project named my site and going to copy paste that into the command line. We look for that. I'm going to activate my virtual environment where I have all the stuff like Django and other necessary modules. Going to the desktop so I have an easy access to the project. Just create it. So it's in there. We can make sure that it's running. So go inside the project and run Python manage.py run server. Yeah, it should be running. Localhost, the install worked successfully. Congratulations. Anyway, moving to the next post. So downloading Python embedded. I have the link in here. Yeah, actually I have two links. I'm going to click this one already. But let me see. No, probably not that one. It started downloading it. Oh god, but there's a more recent version, so 3.13.2. Yeah, when I did this post, it was an older version. So I'm just going to download the most recent version. It's the same thing, actually. It's not gonna make any difference, but let's keep things fresh. Extract it. Alright, can move the zipped file to the recycle bin. And that's it for this step. Going to close that window already. Yeah, now embedded Python doesn't come with pip, so we need to install pip itself. We can go to this link again and save this page as a Python file, Python script in the desktop. Yeah, just like that, save, get-pip.py. Can close this page. Now I'm going to copy this one, Python x get-pip.py. Oh yeah, but before that, we need to go inside here and look for this file that ends with underscore pdh. Edit with your text editor and then comment the last line for import site. So remove the comment and you can close it. Alright, continuing. Now we can move get pip to the embedded Python folder. Should be around there. And in the terminal, let's go to the embedded Python folder and run python.exe get-pip.py. Okay, this is going to install pip, so we can later use it to install modules such as Django, for instance. Since we are creating a Django installer, we are going to need Django. Yeah, precisely. So after you have pip installed, continue inside the Python embedded folder and install the required the required modules for the next steps. Yeah, I have to fix that. Going to paste the three commands and it should install all of it without any problem by now. Okay. Some warnings, but no problems. We don't want to add this to path. We just want to run Python from this folder, not from the system, so to speak. Alright, we have those three packages. It's all we need for now. Let's continue to the next post. Yeah, so in here, simply copy all of this and create a launcher.py file. We go launcher.py and I'm simply going to paste this code inside. Well, I'm not going to explain it a lot, but we are getting all the paths, and here we actually need to change the name of our embedded Python because that's for the older version when I created this. So now it's 3.13. Okay, 13, and instead of .8 it's .2. So adjust that to your version. I'm assuming you use the same name for the project, so it's also for my site in here. And yeah, what can we say about this script? It's getting the root directory, and based on that, we're getting the directories for Python eggs, for the project, and for manage.py. So then we can run the Django, the command to run the server, which is going to be the Python directory, the Python executor file, so to speak. Then this is the directory for manage.py and run server. So it ends up being the traditional way to run a server, but instead of using the Python of the system, we are going to use this specific Python version of the embedded Python. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Then we are launching a browser window with Selenium with some specifications. So it removes the navigation bar. It's with the intention of making it look uh, making it look like a graphic user interface, more traditional than a browser. Yeah, then when we close the browser, we need to manage the zombie processes so we don't have processes around in Windows. All right, it's not that complex, but I mentioned this in the other video on how to run a Django project with an X file. So yeah, and if you want, I can explain this more in detail in other video. Anyway, I'm gonna close it and going back to, yes, the posts. Now let's convert this to an X file. We are going to need launcher.py to be an X file. You can add a logo. It's optional. I have one around. Oh yeah, by the way, to do this, you need to install PyInstaller. So pip install PyInstaller, and that's in your virtual environment, not in embedded Python. So don't confuse those. All right, it's going to create 3 folders or 2 folders, and this spec file, but the eggs file is going to be inside this. So after some seconds, it should be inside here. Yeah, precisely. Now you can delete these 3 things. We don't need them anymore. And yeah, okay, I'm missing something still. Let's go to the last post and modify manage.py. So manage.py inside the project can be the traditional. We need to add some parts. Where is it? Yeah, it's these 4 lines that we need. You can just paste it in actually. Again, assuming that the project name is my site, so modify that if you need it. Now we can actually, I think, run launcher. No, not yet. Not yet, because we are going to need to have a specific folder structure. Anyway, yeah, I think it goes like, no, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. I didn't prepare to do it like this. So let's continue. Converting launcher to an executable file, installing Inno Setup. So if you don't have Inno Setup, just go to jrsoftware.org and install it. It's for Windows. And then yes, this is what we need for, this is the structure I was talking about. So let's create a content folder and move my site and embedded Python to the inside. Even then, I don't know if it will run like that. Launcher.py. Yeah, let me see something. Maybe I didn't save it. Let me open that with 21. Yeah, I did not. I didn't save the other one, so I'm gonna have to create a new X file anyway. Yeah, here we go again. So another two folders and that file. All right, all right. And we can move it to the desktop, delete it, and let's see. Yeah, now we need these things in here, probably. Yeah, it seems that it's going to work now. Yeah, there you go. It was the version that was not correct. Anyway, now when you have installed Inno Setup from this link, we can open it. I have that thing run my system, so Inno Setup compiler. And yeah, just follow the images. Like, it should do everything for you, but I'm gonna do it along with you. So create a new script. Next. Now in here, don't use spaces because that can create a conflict. So if you can avoid, do it. If you can't, well, do it at your own risk. Let's continue that. Next. Oh yeah, now we need to, oh god, to move my site and embedded pattern to this content folder. And let's add Inno Setup, add folder, so desktop, just add content. Yes. I think there's something else. No. For now, that's all. Oh, and in here, you definitely need to use launcher.exe. So continuing, next, next, next. You could have some files to show in the installation process. I'm going to skip it. Yeah, I've tried the second option and it did not work. So if you can use the first one. Next, select your languages for the installation. Next, where is the output folder? I'm going to use desktop. And let's use the same icon. So the installer is going to have this icon. No password needed for now. Next, and finish. So this is going to open this command for Inno Setup, like commands page. Would you like to compile the new script now? No. No, because there's something that I still want to add, which is in final adjustments here. So what this is going to do is whenever you want to uninstall this program, when you go to Windows, install or remove programs, then it's going to show the same logo. And I think that's nice and more professional. Instead of having that standard Windows icon, you have the correspondent app logo. So just add it below setup, and that's enough. Oh, there's a typo in here, so it's not what it's in the post. It's launcher.exe. Now, yes, there's this button in the navigation bar, so compile it. You can save this script. Let's say installer, and this is going to create the Django installer. I've tried this Windows 10, Windows 11, it installed correctly. Windows 7 I tried, it didn't work, so never mind that. Forget about that. And yeah, someone asked me about, but can you encrypt the Django project code so it's not accessible for other people that install it? You certainly can, but I didn't find out how yet. So in the future, I'm gonna look for that. It's actually an interesting point. Well, you can close that. You can close this one too. And there's the installer. So it has this name. You could have changed it to anything. This is the script. So if you want to change anything in the future, you can come here and adopt it, create a new installer. And yeah, now let's try that. So, do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? Yes, I do. Let's install it to this directory. It already exists because I didn't uninstall it previously. Create a desktop shortcut. And yeah, should be around there. Let's see. You don't need anything of this anymore, by the way. So, oh, I need to close it. No. Yeah, finish. And it's even going to run it already. So, there you go. A way to create a Django installer, an alternative to some Python graphic user interface. I don't know what you use. Yeah, let me know how it went and if there was something that you were thinking about that I missed. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed and bye.